In this video, you are going to learn how to design a birthday poster right here in Photoshop. So without wasting much time, kindly go down into the description to download the resources used in creating this design. So what I'm going to do first from here is to create a new work page. Okay, so I'm going to take the unit of inches and set my work page to a width of 3 and then a height of 3.5, and I'll hit create. So this is it. So here we have our white blank or white sheet web page. So I'm going to fill it with a gradient color. So I'll come down here to the create new fill and take gradient. So this is it. So all I'm going to do is to put the gradient style on radar because that is how I want it, and angle on 65 because I have already created it. So what I'm going to do from here, I'm going to just bring back my gradient fill and show you the colors, the color codes, just so that you get the same as mine. So this is the lighter part or the middle colors code, and this is the outer part, which is the deep color code. So this is it. Just insert the same in yours and you get the same effect working. So I'll hit OK because I'm actually done. Okay, so from here I'm going to bring in my resources one after the other. So I just go into place embedded and bring in texture 1. So texture 1, I'll place it. From here I'll just scale it up to fit to the page or enlarge it to fit to the page. Just this is what I want, so I'm done. So from here I'm just going to blend it into the color. So what I'm going to do is to take the blend mode that suits this particular image, and I'm taking overlay. So I've settled with overlay, and this is okay. The picture itself is actually raw, so I want it somehow smooth. So I'm going to fill out blur, a Gaussian blur, to blur it out a little bit, to 3 pixels, and this is what we are getting. So bring in this image, which is the background light. This is the light I want for the background, and this is it. So you bring it in and just make sure it's at the top of the page, and make sure you blend it in with a screen blend mode. So from here I'll give it a layer mask and take my brush tool. Kindly forgive me for how my brush is going to appear. So this is my brush size. So I'm taking the brush size of 300 pixels. So that is it. Make sure opacity and flow are on 100%, and I'm taking the foreground color black. So what I'm going to do is to brush the button, because we don't want it looking sharp on our page, distracting us. So I'll just brush it away, just as you are seeing it. So kindly forgive me again for how my brush is looking. It's because of my recorder, so we are good to go. So that is it. I'm just moving it to the top a little bit, just as you are seeing it, just so that it feels nice right there. So from here you can choose to leave it like that, and I choose to blur it out a little bit, just so that it feels like it is somehow far behind. So this is just a little bit to 2. So this is some part of the background, so I'm just going to group all of the layers, and that's it. So from here I brought in this mount or this model's image, and I'm just positioning it onto the page just as you're seeing it, and make sure it's at the center. And I brought the same mount image, just that he's in a different pose. This is it. I brought it behind him and I made a duplicate, just styled him a little bit just as you are seeing it, and then I just turned the duplicate around just as you're seeing it. So this is the positioning of the model, and this is something that is not hard, so I believe you guys can do it. So that is it. From here you always know we have to give some attraction to the faces of the model. So I'll go to filter, camera raw filter, and here in the camera raw filter I'm going to just increase the features right here, just as you are seeing it. So I'll increase the tint, the temperature, the contrast, the highlights, and everything. I'm just doing it. Just do it as I am doing it, and you get the same effect on the model. So I'll apply the same effect and we are good to go. Alright guys, so this is what we want, just to make it looking attractive. So now our design is looking somehow good if you are only following. So from here I just close the eye of the first model's picture, I'm just going to create a new gradient, okay, on top of the second model's pictures. Okay, that's it. So what I'm going to do is to take this gradient, okay, it is a transparency gradient with one color. So this is the color on the left hand side, so that is the color code. I'll hit OK and I'll hit OK from here. This is for purple, so I'm just going to go straight to the point. So that is it. I'll take the layer mask of the gradient and take my brush tool. From here I'll take the foreground color of black and just start cleaning, okay, the part where the gradient is going to cover the model's images, or the top of the images, okay, that is it, or top of the design. All right guys, so this is what we are getting, just so that I get the deeper part at the bottom. Okay, from there I'll bring in this scratchy texture image, and this is what we are getting. From there I'll just put blend mode on screen. Okay, I'll put blend mode on screen because I want it this light and looking this texture like. Okay, that is it. From there I'll take my brush tool and brush up the sharp edge. That is what we are having. Okay, so this is what we are getting on the page, and it's really awesome. All right guys, so we are going to go to the next step. The next step is also quite similar, so I'm going to create a new gradient. Okay, the same gradient actually, but a new one. Okay, so I'm going to actually take the transparency gradient with one color, because I'm not going to go over again over the codes. You already have it, so that is it. It is the same thing, but I'm going to brush some portion off, okay, just so that we can see the white, okay, scratchy texture right there, just as you are seeing it appearing in the middle bottom on the design like that. So I'll bring in the same image again and enlarge it a little bit, just as you are seeing it, and over here I'm just going to put blend mode on color dot, and this is the blend mode it is giving. How it is blending is really awesome. I just want it around the corners, the bottom corners of the design, just as you're seeing it, just so that the white part will be at the middle, and that is how I want it. So we are getting it. So I just brush every part that is not at the right and left bottom corners. So I just brush it off. I just brushed it off. So I just made a duplicate just to make it deep. So if you think it is too deep, you just reduce the opacity of the duplicated one, and you are good to go. All right guys, so we are going to proceed. I'll just bring back the eye of the first model, the model's picture. Okay, the first one, just as you're seeing it. Over here I'm going to add the text, and this is pretty easy. I have Montserrat's text or font in the description to be downloaded. Just download it and install it, and we're good to go. So I just typed in Redeemer Cadbury. Okay, so that is it. That is it. He's actually a celebrity, and I made it for him. Okay, so this is it. I'll just give it a little shadow, and that is what you're seeing. So the shadow shouldn't be that deep, so I just reduce opacity to 75, and this is okay. So I'll just make sure the text is hiding right behind the first model's, okay, image or picture, just as you are seeing it, just so that it covers the second image's bottom right there, and this is way cool. All right guys, so this is awesome. So from here we're going to move on to the next step. So I'll just group this whole layers, okay, just as you are seeing it. So I'm just going to name it the model, okay, because it consists of the comprises of the model's image. That is it. So from here I'll bring in this bob image. Okay, I just tilted it, okay, because I wanted it tilted. You can position it anywhere you like, but at the end you're going to get the same or quite similar result, okay, with a bob. So this is it. I tilted it and made a duplicate of it and just positioned it somewhere here. So this is before we add the shiny part onto them. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so that it bright like there is a bulb switched on. Okay, so this is it. You actually make sure to position them where you want them positioned, and we are good. So I just want it blurred a little bit, so I'm just going to blur this bulb to 2 pixels, and this is way cool. From there I'll apply the same blur to this guy right here to somewhere 1 point, okay, let's say 1 pixel. 1 pixel is okay. So this is what gets us going. I'll create a new layer right on top of all the bulbs and just take my brush tool. So from here I'm going to create a new color. Okay, I am going to brush on with, okay, just to create this switched on bulb effect. Okay, so this is the color code I am settling with. Okay, so this is it. So all I'm going to do is to just brush on top of this bulb right here, just as you're seeing it. So I have increased my brush size to 400 pixels just in case. So from here I'll put blend mode on screen. Any color you take, make sure it is somewhere close to the yellows but light, okay, and put blend mode on screen and just brush on the 2 bulbs and we are good. So from there you can create a very lighter color with white, but then reduce the brush size a little bit and just brush on top of the same bulb, okay, just to create a switched bulb effect. So that is it. I just brought in the same bulb, but then I just wanted to use the chains in it and create another effect. So I just brought in it in and placed blend mode on hard light, and just as you're seeing it, this is pretty easy. So this is what we're having on our page and we are good to go. So from here I'm going to just brush over with this color I have sampled on the page. So what I'm going to do, I've already created a new layer, so I'm just going to brush over the design, okay, just the bottom of the design, just so that I hide the chain, okay, the chains into the background, so that it feels like they are coming right out of the background. So this is what you are seeing on the page. All right guys, so this is it. It is actually too deep, so it is hiding the chain too much. So I'm going to reduce opacity, just as you're seeing it. I'm reducing opacity a little bit, and this is pretty easy. So this is what we're having on our page and we are good. So I just brought back the texture again, the scratchy texture, and I'm going to put blend mode on color dodge, since the brushing over has made us lose the previous one we made. Okay, so I just brought it back just so that we feel that there is some particles moving at the sides on the design, just as you're seeing it. So this is pretty cool, and all I'm going to do right here is to make sure to group. Okay, so but before that I'm going to create a new layer, just as I have done, and I'll take this sample color right here. I'm going to create this nice color right here. So I'll show you the code when I'm done. So let's go. So this is it, just picking a very nice color around there, and this is way cool. So that is it, that is the color code. So from here I'm going to create this light shining, okay, on the man of, okay, not the man of God, the model. So I just brush on that side and put blend mode on screen. I'll brush on the other side, which is that side. Okay, so it will be covering, you get it covering the first model's image or the picture, but do not worry, we are going to correct that very soon. Okay guys, so that is why we are brushing on a new layer. All right guys, so this is it. So from here I'll give the new layer that we brushed on a layer mask and take my brush tool. So all I'm going to do is to brush the model's face back onto the design. We lost it, but now we are bringing it back on. So this is it, just so that it feels like he is right in front of the light. Okay, that is it, that is the effect we want, and we have gotten it. So this is way cool. This is the before and the after, just as you are seeing it, just like that. Okay guys, so pretty easy. So from there I'm just brushing off some parts where the light is covering the hair. Okay, not too much, but a little bit. So that is way cool. From there I'm going to group all we have done, the layers, and just name it light, okay, because it consists of the lightning and everything. So lights, that is way cool. So this is okay. And here, if you come to this point, you're actually a bit done, because from here you can add your text, okay, where you can add the happy birthday, whatever you want to write, and the well wishes, okay, onto the design, just to make it look like a birthday poster. Okay, so this is what I wrote. So I wrote +1 because he has increased in age with a 1. Okay, so that is it. So another one, you can write any well wishes, and that is it. So this is okay. I just decided to write his name down below of the entire design. That is it, just as you're seeing it. From there, I just press Ctrl Shift Alt E and went to camera raw filter just to increase or brighten the design, and this is pretty easy. So you follow the procedure. I am going in the camera raw filter and you get the same result. Welcome to the end of this video, and I hope this video helped you in any way. Please don't forget to hit on the like and subscribe button, and also turn on the post notification bell icon, just so that you be a part of my family here on YouTube, and also you don't miss my future videos that are yet to come. Alright guys, Simplicity here, and I'm signing out. Peace guys.